Great morning, everyone. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm going to share. Oh, goodness. Hey, 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 Dr. Kennedy. How are you? Beautiful. Good to see you. You guys come on in. I'm going to share. Let me share. All right. Multiple sharing locations. Y'all let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from as I share. All right, I've shared on IG. Let me share on Facebook. One more place to share. Great morning, you guys. Great morning. Let me hit these groups and I'm ready to take off. Great morning, Christina. Hey, Phoenicia. How are you, beautiful? So good to see you. All right. Let's get started. Okay. Let me go on and get into it. Get into it. Hey, Christina. Hey, Phoenicia. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. So those of you who may be following the weather, right? You know that there's a storm a brewing, okay? It is on the road and it is headed towards Florida. We're not sure, exactly how it's going to hit, when it's going to hit, where it's going to hit. They've made some projections and we're supposed to be in, a very strong part of the hit, okay? Yes, Louisiana in the bed, girl in the bed. So this morning, well, let me start with this. I don't even know where to start, but let me say this. Um, we have been in the midst of a lot of storms, challenges, trials, tribulations, things that would make the average person quit and give up. And we have kept going. Okay. Now this is the truth of life. You're going to have storms. We've been in a series of storms, and it seems like it was one storm quick on the heels of another. Okay. And a lot of times when we go through storms, we want to quit. We want to give up because we feel like there's no end in sight. We feel like it's never going to end. But I came today to encourage someone to simply prepare for the storm. You're going to have storms in your life. So you may say, Dr. V, how do I prepare for the storm if I don't know what the storm is going to be? Storm preparation is storm preparation regardless of what the actual storm is going to be. When you prepare for a hurricane, it doesn't matter the name of the hurricane, it doesn't matter the category of the hurricane. There are some things that you do to prepare for the storm. Living in Florida, one of the things that they tell you is there is this thing called hurricane season. We're in hurricane season, right? And many people say, well, I don't want to live in Florida because they have hurricanes. Well, in California, they have fires, they have earthquakes, right? Everywhere you live, there's something unique to that area that is the storm that comes that way. When I lived in Nebraska, it wasn't hurricanes, it was tornadoes, right? Because the land is so flat. So whether you're experiencing hurricanes, tornadoes, whatever the storm, fires, earthquakes, whatever the storm is in your area, all of us have to prepare for the storm. It's going to come. If you know you live in California where there are quite a few earthquakes, you're not going to set your house up in a way that is not prepared to deal with earthquakes, because that is a failure to prepare. That's a failure to plan. We literally have to make a decision to prepare for the storms that come our way. And part of the preparation is the physical preparation. The physical preparation is all the things that are outside of you. It is making sure you have the supplies. It is making sure that you have things set up. It is making sure, listen, in Florida, and we're in the Panhandle, so we're getting the storms off the Gulf, okay? So it's making sure that you have everything together. Well, Panama City was hit with Hurricane Michael, and Hurricane Michael did major damage to Panama City. Now, look, this is the truth of the matter. There are people who left Panama City after Michael and did not return. They left and they did not come back. They left their houses, their businesses, the buildings, whatever, destroyed. They got the money to repair them and they said, nah, I'm good. I'm outie 5,000. Deuces. There are other people who stayed, who rebuilt, right? They rebuilt after going through a time of not having power for extended periods of time. Families all came together. There were those who had generators and those who didn't. There were those who had canned goods that were repaired and those who weren't. There were those who had water enough to sustain, and there were those who weren't. It's like the story of the 10 brides. Right? The 10 brides who were all preparing to meet the bridegroom. And they had oil for their lamps, the 10 virgins. Well, 5 of the virgins had sufficient oil and 5 didn't. So when it was almost time for the bridegroom to come, they had run out of oil, right? And they wanted to go and get some more oil. And them go first, they asked the other bridesmaids, can we, the other brides, the other virgins, can we get some of your oil? They said, listen, nah. We're not finna miss our groom fooling with you because you did not prepare. There were those who went on and they said, okay, well, let me go get some oil so that I have enough oil for when he comes. Well, they went to get the oil. He came while they were gone. The 5 who were prepared were able to go be with their groom. They were able to experience it. But the 5 who were not prepared missed it. That's why preparation is so key. Great morning, April. Hey, Latoya, how are you? Beautiful. So prepare for the storm. Prepare for it. Now, one of the things about my husband gonna be prepared. Listen, Reverend Pastor Timothy Johnson gonna be prepared. Okay. He has the hurricane supplies. He has canned stuff in there. He has snacks in there. He has batteries in there. He has all these things in that kit, right? That you would need in the event of a storm. He's prepared. He has a generator. Listen, we have multiple freezers, multiple refrigerators. Listen, he's prepared for the storm. Prepared. Are you prepared for the storm? And yes, we're talking about preparing for a physical storm, but are you prepared for the storms of life? Are you prepared to encounter one storm after another, quick on the heels of another, and still not only be able to survive, but to be able to thrive? Are you prepared? I came to tell you, prepare yourself. And I'm going to talk about what that preparation looks like, okay? So in the morning when I get up, there's some things I do, right? And I do them not just for the sake of doing them. I don't do them for you to see me do them, although you don't see me do them. But I do them because it's a part of me preparing for the storms. I was messaging with our CVO. Look, I gotta get my live in. Y'all hold on. And he knew some of the storms we were facing. He didn't know everything, but he knew some of it. And, he was just saying all is well. Well, this is the thing. When I told him the things that I was dealing with, he immediately did what I do, which he said, oh, we'll try this for this and this for that. Give this to this person, right? And I said, did. Did. Y'all, just that liquid collagen. My back. Listen, I can't even bother with it. My back was bothering me yesterday because I was cleaning. Hey Jessica, how are you, gorgeous? So I had to make sure that I took extra collagen to help with my back, my back, my joints. Like, it helps with all that. And with all this rain, they say Arthur be trying to act up. Listen, I gotta have Arthur in check, honey. Arthur, I ain't got time for you. So that helps with that for me. So we were talking about, I was telling him about my husband and his vision. And you guys may not know this. My husband was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He had prostate surgery, had his prostate removed in July, I want to say. Yeah, in July. We didn't know if he was going to need chemo or not because of how high his PSA was, how the cancer was spread through the prostate. So we had to make sure that it hadn't spread outside of the prostate to any other organs and everything. And we started preparing for that surgery before the surgery time. We started doing some natural things. He upped some things in terms of the products and stuff to help his body repair itself. And we were able to just have the prostate removed without any additional, we didn't have to have chemo. We didn't have to do any additional treatments for that, right? They're just going to watch it. But he had an eye appointment. And earlier in the year, he had told me he was talking about he couldn't hardly see, like his vision was getting blurry, right? I said immediately, use the vision. Babe, are you using the vision? He said, no. I said, start using the vision. I'm going to show you how God works, because we didn't know that he had cataracts. We didn't know that. We didn't know that his vision was as bad as it was, but we prepared. We engaged in some preparation, and using the vision was one of those things that we did. So he just took 8 sprays under his tongue, hold it for 5 seconds, go on about his business. He did his normal routine. He's going to get his empowered in for energy. He usually uses our Be Fit. He does not use Crave because he doesn't need help with his appetite suppressant. I, however, do. So I do 8. I got to fast a little while. I add an extra 2 to help me get through my intermittent fasting. But when he went to the eye doctor and got his eyes checked, the doctor asked him, how did you get here? He said, I drove. He said, you what? He said, I drove. He said, how are you seeing to drive? He told him that his vision was 20/200. Y'all know perfect vision is 20/20. Legally blind is 20/70. His vision was 20/200. I'm not making any medical claims. I'm not saying this is what it is, but I believe that the vision helped his sight be maintained enough for him to see as well as he saw, right? Until we could get the diagnosis and they performed the surgery. They did his right eye on Monday. So now he can see much better out of his right eye. The left eye still has to be done, okay? But we prepared. We prepared. With all of those situations, remember it was storm after storm. We ended up getting the grandbabies. Now listen, boom, 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 boom. Listen, storm after storm after storm. Like I felt at times like I was holding on by a shoestring. But what I would do is I would pull out my calm spray, spray it under my tongue to help me calm down, relax, navigate the anxiety, the anxiousness, the stress, my cortisol being through the roof, which makes you maintain fat. Okay, it prevents you from losing weight. High cortisol levels prevents you from losing weight. But listen, I'm telling you, we were preparing, right? I had to prepare myself for everything. So yesterday, I had birthdays this week. Monday, I got to think about it. Monday was my next to the oldest son's birthday, Daquan. He turned 34, right? Made sure I called him, happy birthday. I said, oh, I got to post you. Post didn't happen. The next day I said, oh, I got to post him. We had to go to the doctor because my husband had surgery on that Monday. We had to go back to the doctor. Like it's been like one thing after another. I said, oh my goodness. Yesterday was my oldest son's birthday, Travellis. He turned 38. Okay. So he had his birthday, and it was also my granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter, Madison's birthday, who's with us. Okay. So, Brooke wasn't feeling good. Madison had to get picked up early the day before. Like it's been like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, okay. So what I chose to do, and I did not post anybody this week. No birthdays got posted, right? I'm doing makeup post today. All right. Judge your mama. Okay. Don't judge me. I'm doing makeup post today because I was determined that if nothing else, I wanted to be present in their lives. Right. So I made sure I called my son on his birthday, Daquan. I made sure I called my son Travellis on his birthday. Madison was with me. We ended up dropping Brooklyn off at school, and Madison and I went to Denny's. She had her own birthday breakfast. It was all about her. They brought the cart out, and it was singing happy birthday, played the happy birthday song for her. When her food came out, her birthday pancakes. So she said she ate. She's like, everybody, everybody, everybody. It's my birthday. Yay! She just had a ball. But before that, I got up, and having preschoolers, y'all, it's real. Okay. It's real. When they eat, they're messy. Like food gets on the floor. Oh my God. So I had to get up, and for the first time in probably 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks, something like that, I actually felt like cleaning. So I woke up, and it was about 3 something in the morning. I got up. Brooklyn woke up too, and we started cleaning. I'm on the floor, on my knees, cleaning the floor. I know y'all don't believe me, but Brooke took pictures so that y'all would see that I really did it, right? Which is why my back started hurting yesterday, okay? Because I was all on the floor cleaning, right? Cleaning everything, getting everything together for the birthday. Last night, we made cupcakes. Listen, so 3:30, up, cleaning, getting that done. Took Brooklyn to school, then took Maddie to breakfast, came back home, had a therapy session because I'm in therapy. Huh? What? No, I'm not trying to deal with all of this that I'm dealing with and not talk to nobody. April talking about she needs receipts. Look, Shay talking about she has to see them. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you. So I'm going. Tim had to go back to the eye doctor. I drove him for the last time where I had to drive him somewhere. So I drove him. I went to the store. I got some stuff for a little birthday party for Madison at 6. We made it back home about Mm, 4:30. So I'm trying to get myself together. I've got to straighten up some stuff, make the cupcakes, fix the food. Um, Let me show y'all. On the floor, clean it. Okay. So in all of that, y'all, this is why I've got my own therapist. This is why I'm taking care of my own mental health. This is why I started on antidepressants for me, right? Because of all that is going on in my life, I knew that I did not have the capacity to handle all of this alone without some support because I felt myself sinking, right? I felt the depression that I normally manage through natural means. I normally manage through taking my products, working out, like my own stuff, my meditation, my listening to positive things. Like I normally I handle it myself. Normally it's me and God, we thug it out, right? I said, "Ooh, this is a lot." So I had to understand that I needed to prepare for everything that was happening so that I could be the best version of myself for my husband, for my children, for my grandchildren. You all, I knew I needed to prepare. Me. Listen, I know when I cannot do it on my own, just me and God. And it's not that God can't do anything. It's not that, y'all. I want us to normalize God can do anything, and He provides us with the resources for anything to get done. We want God to just do everything automatically, right? And He can. He can. But if He doesn't, He has provided us with the resources necessary for us to be able to take care of ourselves. It's like my husband always tells the story of the man who was in the flood and was on top of the house. And you know, the man was like, the people came to get him, in the boat. And he was like, "No, I'm good." Somebody came in a helicopter. He said, "I'm waiting on God." Listen, ended up drowning, got to heaven and said, "God, why didn't you rescue me?" He said, "Listen, I sent a boat, I sent a helicopter, and you decided to just stay. So you did that to yourself. I didn't do that." Listen, we've got to normalize the church and the couch. If you need to take medication, listen, because mental health is real. This is National Suicide Prevention Month, and this is a really strange time and season. If you need medication, take it. Take it. I tried one. I was like, this is not, this, it had me too lethargic. This is not working for me. I got a different prescription, and yesterday it kicked in. It kicked in with my focus. It kicked in with me being able to get stuff done. It kicked in, right? And so now I'm able to begin to move in a different way. Today I'm going back to the gym. Listen, yes, Jessica, take the medicine. It is not to be ashamed of. Go to therapy. It is not to be ashamed of. Find those things that help you. Yes, they're worried about what somebody else will do. I want to be here more than I'm concerned about anybody judging me, right? Most people. And in the midst of this, my daughter was having her own mental health crisis. She was having her own mental health crisis that I'm praying and navigating through and praying for God to restore her mind. Listen, I'm telling y'all, all this is going on at the same time. I would be like the foolish virgins whose oil was about to run out because they did not have enough for the entire time they were waiting on the bridegroom. If I did not make sure that I had enough in me, that my hormones, that my chemicals were balanced, that listen, I'm telling y'all, I've been doing stuff I normally do not do. Anyone who knows me knows that I hate going to the doctor. Hate going to the doctor because I've had so many negative experiences where I was dealing with stuff and they told me, "Oh, it's just stress." I'm a Black woman in America and a mother. I've been a single mother. I have lots of children. I understand stress, right? Stress, just normal stress. Like, I understand that. So they minimized what I was going through. So therefore they didn't recognize that I had a hole in my heart. And that was why I was having mini strokes. I had a series of mini strokes, which may have actually led to the brain aneurysm, right? Because my blood pressure kept going up really, really high. That meant it was hard for the blood to get through. I'm telling you. So I don't like doctors. I made my appointment to talk to the psychiatric PA. I made my appointment to go get a physical, to go to the actual doctor. And I'm going to show y'all how God works. See, this is why, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. You can play with God if you want to. And you can play with, you just going to pray and let God do it. You just believe in God for him to supernaturally heal you. You're going to believe God for him to supernaturally, and he can. He can also, God is not a one-way God, use doctors and medicine. Okay. All right. And supplements. He can use all of that. So I made an appointment to go to the doctor. Went to the doctor the other day for a physical. She said, "Well, when's the last time that been to the doctor for a physical?" When's the last time you've had a pap smear? When's the last time, you had a mammogram? Have you had a colonoscopy? Never. Listen, at 58, I can't afford, with these two little girls, to not take care of me. I've got to take care of me so I can take care of them. The good news is, I love my doctor. I love her, honey. Do you hear me? She's a real one. It wasn't a lot of people in the waiting room. I used PanCare. Listen, if you are in the panhandle, don't dismiss PanCare as not. Listen, they provide that means all of my appointments, listen, everything is through them. Thank you, Jesus. Okay? I pay my copay and I go on about my business, right? And I've been receiving some excellent care. Advocate for you by preparing. Prepare for the storms of your life. Everything that I'm doing is preparing. My products that I take is me preparing my temple. Taking my medicine is me preparing my temple. Me going to therapy is making sure I'm preparing my mind, right? In the midst of all the other things that I do, understanding my saboteurs, destroying my saboteurs, like everything is working together to prepare me so that if another storm comes, it won't take me out. Why? I've been preparing for the storm. I don't think that there won't be any more storms. There will always be storms that come into your life. And anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. You may not be able to stop all of the storms, but what you can do is calm you in the midst of the storms that come. You can also speak to the storm and say, storm, be still. And sometimes God will still the storm, and sometimes God will still you. But either way, you must prepare. You have to. I would hate to think what my life would be like and what my health would be like if I didn't have all that I have. If I weren't doing the supplements, if I weren't taking the medicine, if I weren't going to therapy. Yes, you can have friends, you can talk to your friends, and friends are great, right? But there's something about just having that time that you know is your time, no judgment, just to pour out what's on your heart, to come to your conclusions, and to get some feedback on your process. And where you to have someone asking you the right questions. It's amazing. My first session, when I was telling her all that was going on, honey, she got overwhelmed. She was like, whoa, that's a lot. Whoa, that's a lot. But check this out. A week later, when I got on and I was telling her the things that had transpired, she said, wow, a lot has changed in a week. I need you to understand that it doesn't have to take a long time for God to do what he wants to do. There's a part that you have to play. There's a part that I have to play. There's a part that we have to play. But when we play our part, God plays his. And he's faithful even when we're not. I pray that as you prepare for the storms of your life, as you prepare for the things that may come, that you would give yourself permission to get the help you need to do what God needs you to do. I want to live a long, healthy life. I want to have the maximum quality of life. And I'm doing the things necessary for that to be my truth and my reality. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Hey, cousin. All the areas, all the dimensions of my life. I'm making sure I do the work. And relationally. Listen, relationships are work too. But if you lock arms, get on the same page, go to work, there is nothing too hard for this God that we serve. I'm going to get out there. I got to get the girls up, get them ready for school. But I want to encourage you, take care of your health. If you're not taking our stuff, get you something, okay? Get you something. The beautiful thing about our products is that they're all natural and they're high absorption, which means they go into your body really quickly. They work quickly, right? So do what you must. If you're dealing with anxiety and stress, get you some calm. Hit me up. I got you. I want you to be able to experience the peace that comes from knowing that you've got some things to help you and you don't have to do it all on your own. You can do it on your own, but I love that I have support. Intermittent fasting, listen, whew, my crave keeps me until it's time to eat. Listen, my life, it helps with that energy, mood, clarity, focus. I hate to think what my mood would have been if I wasn't using it. When it did all that it could do, baby, I'm not playing. My life, my health, my mental, it's important. I have an assignment to impact a lot of lives, and I can't do that if I'm not starting by taking care of mine and my household. How can I take care of the household of faith if I don't take care of the household of Veronica and the household of Johnson? Doesn't work like that. So today, make a decision. If you need some products, hit me up. Let me help you. Help you. Let me help you, and find what's going to help you do that. You need some additional resources? Hit me up. I got you. Listen, God has multiple ways of accomplishing the things that he wants to accomplish in your life. Don't you limit God because of your limitations. Christina said, I was all over the place before the products. And I don't know if y'all seen Christina lately, baby, but Christina got that glow up. She's in full glow up mode. She even got an IG. You better do it, girl. Go follow her at Christina Rose. What is it, Christina? We gonna get you some more followers. Pop it down there. Y'all, but do what you need to do so that you can experience all that God has for you to experience. I'm excited because today is Wednesday and tomorrow we do our book writing boot camp, Billionaire Boss Book Writing Boot Camp, week 2. It's not too late for you to join us. Rosebud008. Go follow her on IG. Okay? Follow her. She drops some great stuff. So I'm going to drop the, hold on, the link so that you can go. If you have a book in you that you want to write, you can go and you can get that information there at bit.ly/m/Dr. V Enterprises. There's also the link to the health products. That link is there as well. bit.ly. Let me see if I can drop it over here in this chat. bit.ly/m/Dr. V Enterprises. Come on now. Enterprise. Okay. You can also register for the book club there. I'm also going to do one last Quantum Leap next Monday. This is the last week for you to get it for $58. And I'm telling you something about that 58. God's been doing something with that 58. Make sure that you get that. Charlotte said, if we are not wet, LOL, baby. Yes, we are ready for tomorrow. That's the other thing I was going to say in preparing for the storm. When you prepare for storms, y'all listen, and you know the storm is coming, you find a way, you make a way. Find a way, make a way, right? I was supposed to be in Tampa. We were supposed to do Madison's party there. We're not going to Tampa now. So, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow us to do like a virtual birthday party for her this weekend. So that way we can still do something, even though we're not doing the full thing, then do the actual birthday party when we can get there. But I'm doing what I was going to do because I had some things that I was going to do with the company and the products and travel and stuff. So I'm going to do that virtually, right? So you just have to make the decision to do what's necessary in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Listen, don't let the weather stop you. You just make the adjustments. I believe in adjustments. So we know a storm is coming. We prepare for the storm. Prayerfully, we'll have power. I believe we're going to have power, and I'm declaring and decreeing that the storm will diminish, that it'll go past us, that there will be no substantive damage. Listen, I'm declaring and decreeing because we can speak to the storm, and this storm we're speaking to. Angel number 44. Hold on, let me give y'all what that is. Angel number 44. Let me see. Come on, God. Listen. It is a reminder from your angels, reminding you to stay committed and focused. It signifies financial success, stability, and the creation of a new beginning. Your angels encourage you to protect your positive energy, maintain self-discipline, and believe in your strength to overcome challenges. What you say, everything that we just have been talking about. Won't God do it? Yes, Phoenicia. She said the last storm wasn't as powerful as we thought. That's right. Baby, when the saints begin to pray, things change. Listen, y'all, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. And know this, you have everything you need. When you have God, you have everything you need. He's going to point you to the right people and the right places. It's going to be at the right time, and it's going to produce the right result. But you got to be obedient. You got to listen, and you got to move when he moves, just like that. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed in spite of the storms coming. Mwah!